na 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 na.
Basically, so I've chosen to do like a satanic kind of movie like trailer. So this is just a quick update on all the props I'm going to be using, the setting, the mise-en-scène, the lighting. I'm going to just do a quick overview on my characters and just the whole plot of my actual movie. So for my trailer, I've decided to use my cousin, a 7-year-old boy, to play as a kind of socially awkward, quiet kid that kind of struggles in school and life, and then he's kind of like adventurous and like interested in like some of the things that he's not brave enough to do. So basically, I've chosen a plot where his friends, so-called friends, peer pressure him into saying Bloody Mary at 12 o'clock in the mirror, and then this kind of provokes him getting possessed by a nun, which is supposedly famous on Shady Lane. There's this nun that came up in some Leicester article. Apparently she's a jaywalking nun. So I'm gonna get news reports of that and like try and interlink it with that storyline so I can make the whole trailer seem realistic, like some movies like The Devil Inside and like Paranormal Activity, for instance, to make like my fans a bit interested in the movie itself. So location wise, I was thinking, because I want to make the trailer look realistic and have a caption saying based on true events, I want to do it in a house, but I'm just going to color grade it and make the house look kind of old and greyish, just to set the tone of the scene. We're going to drift off towards an abandoned forest for some of the possessed scenes and the scenes where I'm going to show that using Todorov's theory, we're going to do an attempt to repair, so use montages of clips of Shady Lane, which is linking back to the nun's location, or Bloody Mary, which we've awoken by doing the Bloody Mary thing. So what's basically happening is the little 7-year-old boy Ash is going to be at his house. He's going to do the Bloody Mary gimmick and then he's going to get possessed. After he does it, he's going to shave his hair or whatever like crazy thing that he's willing to go to. Like, we're just going to do it, and then he's going to run off to Shady Lane based on the nun's commands, and then he's going to go to a graveyard, a church or an abandoned road or whatever, show like drone shots of him running and just use like derelict abandoned locations, hopefully woodlands like Shady Lane, and like parks, not parks but jungle-ified looking areas. So yeah, that's it for location. Okay, so for props and like costumes and stuff, I've been thinking of using like a nun costume, and then I'm just gonna use visual effects and makeup to like look the part. And as for just the whole overall like props, I'm not gonna be using any like cheesy kind of swords or masks or anything, because basically I think that because I want to make it based on true events, all of this would look kind of cheesy. Yeah, I don't think a nun would be carrying stuff like this, so I'm thinking of keeping it just normal. We're not going to be using anything cheesy. So for my lighting, I'm going to be looking at strobe light effects and like visual like LEDs, so with color gels on top, so it kind of like gives a red effect. So on the video, to emphasize the nun's danger really, and then I can use the strobe light effects and the white flashes during the montage scenes. So in terms of cinematography and like the whole filming of the trailer, I should be using my Sony a7R II with a 1740 lens or just a wide lens, and then we'll keep it on like a low ISO because we're going to be shooting outside mainly. And then for some shots, certain shots of my cousin Ash running across the road and like running in Shady Lane, I'm going to be using a drone, and so I can get a few aerial shots of him flying and then a few establishing shots of the location of the house. So in terms of my blog right now, I've done all of my analysis for the two movies, Devil Inside and Friday the 13th, which is a slasher movie. However, the one I think best suits my movie is The Devil Inside, because it's based on true events, which is slightly like mine because of the news articles. As well as this, I'm going to be using a Ronin, also by DJI, so like shots of the main protagonist running through like shady lane and stuff, so I can run behind him with this like the Ronin, which stabilizes the shots. So it looks like it's handheld, however it comes out really stabilized. So that would be quite good for my trailer. In addition to this, makeup wise, I've got a contact I know which does fake blood and stuff for about £3. So I'll be looking to invest in some of that for some of the action shots. And another concept is where I potentially get my cousin to shave his hair in the act of him being possessed by the nun. So a shot where he's looking in the mirror and he starts getting a blade and shaving his own hair. Now I'm working on getting my treatment done, so like the overall story of my whole movie just completed, in because right now I've got all my ideas, but I just need to structure it. I've got my cinematography on board. My editing, I'm probably going to be using Final Cut, because that's got color grading and LUTs on there, which I can just drag and drop in. And I've been taught in lesson where there's a technique where I can make it sound as if there's a telephone call on. For sound, I'm going to be using, I've got a few friends that can play piano, so they could set up some creepy like music for me in the back, or I'm just going to learn some ukulele track like just mad stuff like that, or I'm going to be like incorporating like dodgy sounding flutes or whatnot, just confuse the audience, so like so whatever, just make it sound hectic, polyphonic and just crazy, like a lot of things happening at the same time, just to like confuse the audience and get them engaged, like get their ears a bit all over the place. So in terms of like the name of the trailer or the movie and like the poster ideas, I'm going to wait until I fully get the results from my questionnaire, which I've already uploaded and set out onto the blog. What I've been thinking though, it's kind of biased, I want to use my movie trailer name as Shady Lane, just to like create enigma in the audience's mind. I took inspiration from the movie 10 Cloverfield Lane, and like because it's based on like true events and stuff, it might intrigue them to like watch the movie and stuff. So in conclusion, I think I should be catching up on my vlog. Just the treatment needs to be done soon, I think by next Tuesday. I just need to get the whole story of the whole trailer done. Once that's done, I'm going to make a storyboard, a script for my main actors. Once I've concluded which main actors to use, that's it mainly. Once that's all done, I can start looking at filming, start looking at props to actually get in. I've already been like buying fake blood and stuff, so, and like I bought a sword, but then I realised that a nun's not going to actually use a sword, so I'm going to use it on Halloween now, not in the trailer, but okay. I've got this done. The characters, I've been getting a few characters in, speaking to them, I've been telling them their potential roles. That's all good and done, wicked, so on track. So I'm hoping to start filming soon and get it done. The update is done as of now, and then I'm going to be making possibly more vlogs just to give you a quick update what's happening based on my progress of the filming and the research and stuff. So good night.